Well, the Winter Soldier is a brainwashed, desensitized assassin. He's basically a weapon that's been trained to kill. He is part machine in that he has this metal arm, and unbeknownst to Steve Rogers, he happens to also be his best friend. But that also poses a psychological problem for Steve Rogers in the film. Well, you know, I grew up, like so many other people, just sort of admiring actors like Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger and Gary Oldman and Robert Patrick as the T-1000. So you've got all these great villains that have already been on screen. So I felt it was almost like a real duty and you know, to be able to kind of give a villain the right justice, so to speak. And you know, with an amazing franchise like this, the iconic Captain America was a great privilege. Well, I started training about 6 months to 7 months before we started filming, diet-wise and weight training, and then 3 months prior to shooting, Chris and I were doing a lot of the fight sequences, and that was very repetitive. Just every day, learning basically a dance, in a sense. It was just choreography. So, you know, and then we turned up on set, and we ended up getting some black and blues, I guess, while we were shooting it, and it looks pretty easy up there on the screen, but we have the scars to prove it, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, it looked amazing, and it looked like right off the comic book page, but it was a little bit hard to move in it, and especially we were shooting in the middle of the summer, June and July. It was really hot, and we had to be very flexible, so I ripped it apart a few times. Pants kept falling off a few times. I had so many people looking after me, I actually would never know when there was another person just standing next to me fixing something. So it was a challenge, but you look like a badass, so that's what matters. Well, I think that if you're a comic book fan and you know the story and you know what happens with these characters, you're not going to be disappointed. I think you'll be really satisfied because Marvel has done such a good job at kind of owning to you know the origins in the comic books. If you don't know anything about comic books, this is going to turn out to be a great movie because A, it's got great action in it, and it's smart, it's well written, you care about the characters, you root for Steve Rogers. It'll be great.